Please be advised that Little Miss Recap contains adult language.
Oh, God. That means kiss. Kiss. Oh. Throwing us right in.
A little smooch here. I feel something there, whether that's like physical attraction or just, like the energy and initial vibe. It really feels like we're on the path to Old Spice.
Hi everyone, welcome to Little Miss Recap, the podcast where everything I've ever tried I've succeeded at. Oh, I'm sorry. He says, everything I've ever tried I've excelled at. Sorry.
Oh, he's adorable.
Mm-hmm. My name is Amy Archer. I am your host for this episode, and I'm joined today by the lovely bacon to my egg, Steph. What's up, Steph?
What's up?
We're here today to talk Married at First Sight, and I feel like I'm so excited to cover this episode with you.
Me too. It was a good one.
Something that bowled me over was, and I was texting this to you, I did not expect Cameron and Clare to get on this well.
I didn't either, but I really kind of love it.
I love it too. Like, they're in love with one another.
I know. I think so too.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
All right. So I love this episode. I was stunned they got along as well as they did.
Me too.
She loves herself a ghost. I don't know what else to say.
She's not too shabby herself, though. I mean,
she's gorgeous, and he is
gorgeous.
like, you're gorgeous.
I know, rightfully so.
What I wanted to tell you before we're going to get into it, but he did not take his eyes off of her during the ceremony.
I know, and I loved every second of it.
Mm-hmm,
like, if it doesn't work out, I kind of want him to call me.
No, I don't. He's too clean. He is 7 feet tall.
I know, I love it.
She is 5 foot tall. So she is me. I'm her.
Yep.
And it's tough. It's tough. I mean, Timmy's 6 foot and I'm 5 foot, and that's difficult.
How tall is he? Do we know yet?
I think he said he's 6'5", didn't he?
I don't remember. That's tall, though.
Guys, come at us if you know. Okay.
I love it.
All right, so I'm trying to think if there's any MAFS news in the universe. I have not seen anything. Pastor Cal's still working real hard on his app.
I mean, you guys, if there's anyone out there, marriage ain't for punks.
Yeah, if you think you're a punk and you're ready to renounce your punk ways and get married, hit up Pastor Cal. So real quick announcements. Amanda and I are done with our rewatch of Yellow Jackets. Awesome. Episode 9 dropped yesterday, and this weekend you will hear episode 10. So that's done. Great. Steph and I are going to try to finish up Virgin River, which we only have one episode left. The amazing finale.
Cannot wait.
Cannot wait. So that will be out hopefully over the weekend, if not next week. Still doing Golden Batch. That'll be coming at you this week. And what else are we doing? Oh, Sister Wives.
Sister Wives.
Yeah. All right, guys. So if you haven't already, jump in Backdoor Friends, okay? Because we have a lot of fun in there. We're up to 600 people.
Oh, it's 600,
600 people who hate Cody Brown just as much as you do. Where else do you want to be?
When you hate, what did you say? You hate every ounce. What did you say? I saw you say something.
Every curl on his head?
Every curl on his head, yes.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's true fun fact. I was going to say every tendril on his head, but I couldn't figure out how to spell it, so went with an alternate word.
I love you.
Okay, so today we're talking about Married at First Sight, Season 17, Episode 3, Hard Launch.
Hard Launch.
I don't know why they chose that, but okay.
I don't know.
So this is the episode. I'm just going to talk a little bit about what happens. This is the episode where they do pictures, and then they have their wedding receptions, and what I like to call the sabotage moment. It's when the friends and family start talking shit about the person and try to sabotage their relationship. So that happens. And we also have one of the other tropes of MAFS is the bride or groom gets too drunk and talks themselves out of a good marriage. So all those things happen, and one of the parents gives stink face. So all of those things happen in this episode. We are going to start with Cameron and Clare, and Steph, they are your couple, so take it away.
All right. So our boy Jacob Marley is standing at the
Okay,
altar,
stop. Okay,
waiting
stop.
for his bride.
We're already on tangent. Okay, now wait. I just have to tell you guys, I'm going to put this in Backdoor Friends. Stephanie and I both clocked that when they take pictures and hold hands, he is of a ghostly color, and Claire's hand is really orange.
Oh,
And I'm
she
like,
has like
is
she
it proof that he's supernatural? But Steph thinks it's proof of supernatural and a bad spray tan.
it's a bad, bad, bad self tanner lotion or
Okay.
something, which is
Okay.
super strange because I didn't notice it on her body.
Me either. Me either. But
Did see
maybe
the hands are bad.
in comparison to his specterness,
Yeah.
you see
Ugh,
it.
so
Okay,
pretty.
go on. Go on.
All right.
He's standing up there.
So our boy Jacob Marley standing at the altar waiting for his bride.
And if you're
And
new
she
here, we call him Jacob Marley from A Christmas Carol, Scrooge's
Yes.
old boss that visits him as a ghost. Okay.
Right. So Claire comes out and they give each other the dorkiest little wave. He was
Mm-hmm.
like, it was
Mm-hmm.
so super cute.
It was cute.
And the one thing that I took note of is that when her parents are walking her down the aisle, it looks like they're holding her up because she can't walk. And then I'm like, they pan out and it also looks like she's floating down the aisle because they're like carrying her. I love it so much.
Well, I noticed that too. It's funny you say that. And I think it's because the aisle's so small.
Oh,
Mom's just kind of hanging
maybe.
on.
Okay. To
Yeah.
me, it was just hysterical. It
Mm-hmm.
look like they were carrying her like she was floating. Anywho, he's super, super nice to her parents.
Super
Like,
nice.
come on. He's the sweetest guy ever. She seems so super calm, which I'm totally floored by because
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think that she would be at all. I really sort of
She's very
thought she
down to
was
earth.
Yes, and I thought out of all of them, she was gonna be the one that was, like, the most stuck up, or I don't know, but she's not, she's really surprising me, and I love to be surprised in that way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm still so freaking floored by how flawless her face is.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
So, they're at the altar and, they go through their little spiel, and his friends just say over and over again that he's just a tall guy with a great head of hair, and I'm like, "And a ghost," but whatever.
His friends blew this, in my opinion. I think
They
they were trying to
did.
be funny, but like they're not.
They totally blew it. I mean, I think it was sweet, but I also think part of this is because it feels like they blew it because his family isn't there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Like
Mm-hmm.
he didn't have
Mm-mm.
any of his real family there.
No.
So anyway, we learn that her family does roast sessions and he laughs and says he's fine with it because he's roastable, and I thought that was cute.
I would love
Um
a good roast.
Same.
Yeah.
Like sign me up.
Oh, I'm thinking of beef roast. I would like that
Oh.
too.
Oh, well, I mean, I like that too. I mean, I make the best gravy ever.
But also, what if I could roast you while eating a roast?
That's the perfect situation.
Yes,
We
it
would
is.
have it no other way.
It is.
So they do give super boring wedding vows, like blah, blah,
Mhm.
blah. No one has anything to say other than he says, if all else fails, we can blame the experts.
Which is
Whatever.
great.
Which is great. And his ring doesn't fit. Like, what? That
Of course.
sucked.
Because he
Come
probably has
on.
gigantic hands.
I know, but don't you think that they would have sized their fingers if they're chosen? Like, how
Yeah.
come this
Yeah.
happens?
Yeah. You would think.
You can
would
do
think.
that in like 4 seconds. I don't
Yeah.
understand. That was super annoying. Anyway, they say their I do's and then they kiss and they float down the aisle like the Victorian ghosts they are. And it was so cute. So now we see them. They're out in the hall chatting, and we learn that his mom is born in Ohio.
Yeah, he's a dual citizen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, so that makes a
Can I just
little
say
bit more
something?
sense.
What if when they were walking down the aisle, you saw Tiny Tim and he's like, "Can I have a penny for my Christmas dinner, sir?"
And Cameron would have just emptied his pockets because he's a nice guy.
He can't have anything in his pockets because ghosts don't have pockets.
Well, he does. Remember? Even in the photos, they
Oh
make
yeah,
him
he puts
put
his hand.
in
He puts his
it.
ghost.
His ghost hand in his ghost pocket.
Yes.
So we find out that the mom's born in Ohio, but he was raised in New Zealand. He's living here with his mother's friends and neighbors that took him in.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
neighbors of people that his mom know. Like,
Yeah,
that's
they were
so
like his
wild.
mother's college roommates'
roommate's
neighbors.
neighbor.
I'm
Yeah,
like, okay.
exactly. And I was like, all right,
I mean,
well,
they seem
they
like
seem
super
like
sweet people.
great people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, I just think they're adorable. And then he says that like so she asks about the family and blah blah blah. And he's like, well, they're
Mm-hmm.
not here, but whatever. I'm not even gonna try to do it because I'm
Yeah, we
murdering it
can't. We're
right
gonna
now.
offend people. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can do it if I really practice it, but I'm not ready. Anyhow, so like he says that he's planning a second wedding in New Zealand if she's okay with it. And I'm thinking, I'm fucking
I'll
okay
go
with
to New
it.
Zealand. Wait, do they need a little
Same.
Miss Recap to cover this?
That's exactly what I was thinking. Amye and I will be there
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
in a
Oh wait, I would have to
heartbeat.
fly though, and I can't fly that long.
Why? Yeah, you will. We'll
Mm-mm.
figure it out.
Mm-mm.
We'll fly to California first. We'll hang out there for a
Yeah, that's what I
while.
very similar. My
Yeah.
gram used to not like long car rides, and
Yeah.
she would tell me like I need to stop for an entire full meal every hour. So
Every
like
hour?
we
Oh my
drove her to
God.
Syracuse one time. One time she left Scranton. She went to
And we
Syracuse to
came back
see
10
my
pounds
sister
heavier.
graduate, and we stopped like 3 times, and it's a 2-hour
Insane.
drive. Mhm. Mhm.
Oh, good Lord.
Anywho.
But anyhow, she loves the idea of going to New Zealand, and I fucking do too.
Mhm.
They're super goofy together, which
They
I'm
are
like,
goofy.
they're
Mhm.
goofy and it's
In
cute,
a
and
good
I
way.
can
Yeah, it's
see
cute.
why they're paired.
Mhm.
And he's super sweet. He asks about like the memorial because he can tell that there's something there. And she explains about her brother and blah, blah, blah. And that was sweet. And she does think that her brother is like guiding her through this process and giving her signs. So again, I'm feeling a lot of religion here.
I
But
agree, and even though I personally don't believe that stuff, I think that I totally get in moments like having lost a brother or sister
oh
or
my gosh,
parent
we're
or whatever, that you really do find a comfort in buying into that stuff, so 100%
yeah, I
I get what she's saying.
totally do too.
Mhm.
Um, So then we get to this like there's this I'm not going to lie, their reception I feel like was a little bit boring. Not a whole
Yeah,
lot happens here.
yeah, no.
So the friends are toasting and his friend says his core motivation is the consumption of chocolate. And I'm like, could he
Same.
get any more perfect?
Same.
And then we see this clip of him dancing with her mom, which is so super adorable because he's like, I have no idea what I'm doing with this kind of
Nope, nope.
dancing. I know. But the mom is like, neither do I. I'm so obsessed with
I
this
know.
mom.
The
I
mom is
love
great.
her. They're adorable. And then they show us like this clip of, I don't know if it was her grandma. They were calling her Gigi or
It was
something.
her grandmother, and I loved
Yeah, I
everything
loved
about
me
it.
too. She was my favorite part of the whole goddamn episode.
Bring me the
Loved her.
grandmas. Love
We
it.
need to see more of Grandma Gigi.
More Gigi, because that's what the girls called my
I
gram.
know, I
Mhm.
know.
I need
So
to see more of it.
so we find out that Grandma's been married for like 60 plus years, and her best advice is to not argue, just to cut it off. Which I'm like, no one would ever believe this, but okay, I love it so fucking hard.
I mean, I
And
feel
she
that now, but I don't tell 25-year-old Amy not to argue.
No, right. And then she's
No.
like, and no one-upping.
No one-upping.
One-upping. Like it was so it
Mhm.
was like the cutest grandmother thing to say.
She's so
And I
cute.
love her.
Mhm.
She thinks that they're well suited. And I love her so much. And I just want to bring her home with me and have her here for like holiday dinners. Because
I
I
know.
love this.
I know.
Ugh. And then, blah, blah, blah. Nothing really happens. It's super boring. Worst boring wedding reception ever. But the best part next to the grandmother was that
Mm.
they take a horse and carriage ride through the venue.
I think they're trolling us. They're trolling us.
They're totally trolling us.
Well, it's not
because
a horse and carriage, it's a bike
it's a
pulling it.
oh, that's right. I'm sorry. It was a
Mhm.
bike, but it was like a weirdo carriage. And I'm thinking, who hires somebody to ride you on a bike like 100 feet through the
Somebody who lived in 18th century London. Okay, so here's some of the things Cam said. I just wrote down 3 sentences. He says, I can tell this endeavor will prove fruitful. Okay,
Yes.
this is how he talks.
He
Your mom is over the moon about me. Okay. Then he says, everything I've ever tried, I've excelled at.
And he like brushes off his shoulder. But I actually think there's something endearing about this because
I really like him.
I don't think he's being a douchebag at all. Like, I truly just think he's a nice guy who like kind of knows that he's a nice guy, and he's just
Agree.
recognizing that the mom is being very accepting of him.
I agree. And I think, when you're trying to translate the rhetoric of 18th century London to current
Right.
day,
Yes.
it sounds very formal.
It was so great. This carriage ride could not have been more perfect. Like there was this person literally biked them like 100 feet. It was the
I know.
greatest thing that I ever saw.
I really
And
like
then
him. And he was even like, at one point, he was going, or she was going, I don't really like biking. And he's like, that's
that's
fine. As
fine.
long as you don't mind that I do it, it's
I
fine.
know.
I'm not Gary the Bachelor making you fucking rock
Mhm.
climb because I like it. We'll get
Motherfucker.
there.
But then he says he
Well,
can't
actually,
wait.
we won't get there. We'll get there on another episode. Anyway, go on.
He says that he can't wait to get a dog together and experience a shared life. Could he be any
He's great.
sweeter?
He's great. I
I
don't
love
really
these two.
I
I
don't
have
really
nothing
not like
bad.
anybody here.
Same. I have
Same.
nothing bad to say about either side here. I'm rooting so goddamn hard. I love my couples so much.
You have great couples.
I have great
I have one
couples.
good couple.
I know. I don't even know if you've got one.
Okay, let's skedoodle over to Brennan and Emily, shall we?
We
Are you
shall.
done with Claire and Cameron?
I'm done.
Okay.
Their reception
great.
was boring. Like
They're
nothing
great.
happened. They're
Yep.
great. I love
Yep.
them. Although I will say, I do think her sisters have a little bit of a snark.
Oh, 100%.
And I don't know that there's one that I'm kind of don't really like that much.
But I do feel, if you remember last episode, I do feel like she has the ability to put a boundary down there.
Oh, she
Because
does.
we've seen her. So as long as
Yes.
she can do that and be like,
Yes.
you have no say here.
Yeah. Like you can,
Yeah.
especially in this episode when they show him talking to the sisters and them just being like real weird. You can definitely see that she's so much more mature than they are.
Yes. Yes.
Even the older one,
yeah.
which I thought was like, she's had she's therapized herself.
She is. I mean, she's
Yeah,
a
you could
therapist.
see
She's been
it,
through
right.
Yep.
It's really evident though.
Brennan
All
and
right.
Emily, who
Mhm.
at one point, guys, I was going to rip my TV off the wall. I cannot take her voice.
I cannot stand everything about her. I
I
can't. I'm trying.
I understand I don't have a great voice either. Okay, it's not
No,
for everyone.
I have a horrible voice.
But what is with this vocal fry and this like Valley Girl vocal fry situation?
I hate it. And I realize after listening back and some people commenting on my Scranton accent that I do have a funny accent and I fucking hate it. I'm recognizing it. I'm just saying, I get it. There's something about this though that truly makes me rage.
It's bad.
I was raging.
It's bad. So they do have some very easy conversation. I wrote, like, the way that they talk, he's like, what do you think of my shoes? Blah, blah, blah. Like, they talk like they've known each other. It's very comfortable.
Yes.
And she tells the camera, I'm a wifey. I feel like a wife now. Now that I have a person that made me a wife, I feel like a wife. Wink, wink. Oh my God, stop. Stop. You know what it is? It's like, just be you. Just be you.
But I don't think she knows who she is. That's the problem here.
She comes off so inauthentic.
And immature, though. She's way too immature to be
Yes.
getting married to a stranger. Sorry.
He tells the camera he really likes her. He thinks they have great chemistry. And he says, my parents have been together for 35 years now, and they are never getting divorced. And that is exactly what I want. I'm thinking, does your mother and father know that? Does your mother know she's never getting divorced? Okay. At the reception, Emily is getting white girl wasted. I mean, she's starting with this wine after wine after wine, which who amongst us? Okay, I get it.
Dude, I was trashed at my wedding.
I was not because I was pregnant, but I was trashed at your wedding.
I was trashed at your wedding too.
There we go. So she tells the camera, oh, we're kissing, a little smooch smooch here, a little smooch smooch there. This is how this grown woman talks.
Yeah, not a grown woman though, that's my point.
We have a little
Ugh.
spice. We have a little
Mm-mm.
heat.
No.
Ugh.
Grow
They
up.
talk about what cars they drive. He drives an Audi A4. She drives a Jeep.
Wait a minute. They don't I made a huge note of this. This is a huge red fucking flag to me.
Ooh, okay.
They don't talk about what cars they drive. He says to her, "So what kind of car do you drive?" Like
Mhm.
only because so she says she drives a Jeep and he's like, "Oh, I drive an Audi."
Yeah.
Douchebag. He
Yeah.
clearly only
Wanted
asked
her to
her
know that.
what kind of car she drove because he needed to say that he drove an Audi. This
It's
is a
douchey.
huge it's
It's
douchey and it's a big red flag for me. I didn't like it.
but it's douchey to us, but I bet you she fucking loves that.
Loves it. Of
Mhm.
course.
'Cause she's like, "Oh, power
Mhm,
couple." Ugh.
mhm.
Yeah, that's
No.
what I think when I see 2 people in a Jeep and an Audi. Power couple.
Yeah,
That's what I
get
think.
over yourself. But you
S
do know I'm just putting it out there. Red flag. He did this to plug that he drives an Audi. Grow
I
up.
will tell let me tell you something. We're gonna
Ugh.
disagree on this because
Okay.
I think I have a pretty good bro detector. I don't get bro from him.
Oh, I did in
I
this moment
actually
big
kinda
time.
like him.
I kinda like him too. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, I think there's a part of him that just wanted everyone to know that he drives an Audi.
Okay, maybe. So
Come
they
at me, you
exchange
guys, if you think I'm wrong. Come
nobody
at
thinks you're
me.
wrong. So they exchange bachelor party stories, and she's like, "Oh my god, I was doing shots off the stripper's ass,"
I
whatever.
I
And
can't.
he's like, "Okay." So he tells the camera, "She's kind of the life of the party, and I'm a
Mhm,
little more reserved, but,
mhm.
we'll see how this works out."
I do have to crack up though because as the night goes on and the more he's talking to the camera, he has like that red wine mouth where
Oh,
you could
yes.
see it all like on
Mhm,
his in his lip. Like it's
mhm.
just funny. I noted that like he's
Yes.
been drinking lots of red wine. It's kind of cute. It was just like silly and a little endearing.
In their toasts, Emily's dad says she's wanted to get married since she was a little kid. Brennan's dad said he loves love, loves love.
Mm. He loves to be loved.
Emily's friends are talking with Brennan, and he's saying all the right things. And
Yes.
one of the friends who also has the vocal fry is like, "You need to be patient with her."
Hmm.
So Emily meets with Brennan's friend, and she's like, "You guys," like, it's so she's flirting with them. She's flat
Right.
out flirting with them.
But you do realize, I mean, I would be flirting too if one of my husband's friends were John Travolta. I can't believe the paparazzi wasn't here.
Wait, one of them is John Travolta? I
Literally, the one guy looked
Which John
just
Travolta? Which John Travolta?
like John Travolta.
Like Grease? Danny
No,
Zuko?
like no, oh, no, no, like maybe 5 to 7 years ago, bald John Travolta.
No, I'm not into
Yep.
that.
I didn't
Mm-mm.
say I was into it. I said if he was there, I'd be flirting with him because he's John Travolta. Of
Okay,
course I'm
okay,
going
yes,
to.
yes, yes, I understand that.
You
Okay.
guys, please, if you're listening, head over to our group, Little Miss Recap. You guys, our backdoor friends, and tell me that you saw this. I can't be the
Mm.
only one that
I
saw
have to
John
I have to
Travolta.
rewatch.
He was,
Okay.
I mean, he was a handsome guy, but I immediately was like, "Oh my god, John Travolta's here."
Well, I could not focus on the fact that this girl was flat out like, uh,
I know you
I
guys.
recognize this because 'cause I've been this person.
Same. We
Okay,
all
when I have a
have.
couple glasses in me, I will
I
flirt with
know.
anything that
Anyone.
moves.
Me
Timmy's the
too.
same way. It's an
Yep.
understanding we have. It's fine. It's
Um,
harmless.
exactly. We're
Mhm.
the same way too. I get it.
So, I don't understand, but I didn't do it at my wedding.
I might have. I mean, I definitely flirted with your husband at
Yes,
my
you
wedding because
did.
he was fucking hot.
He was in his Bon Jovi
Bon
phase.
Jovi face, yeah.
Yeah, not
Also,
guys, not Bon Jovi, Slippery When Wet. Bon
no,
Jovi
no,
current. Bon
current Bon
Jovi
Jovi.
current. Yes,
Grrr.
yes.
Can we talk about can I be a bitch girl for a minute? And I'm only
Mm.
doing it because
Bitch
it's
corner.
Emily. Bitch
Okay.
corner.
Mhm.
She has a beautiful figure. Her dress was stunning. But I couldn't help but notice that every time she turned to the side, the only thing you could see was the pad sewn into her like the bosom, breast area, bra area
Mhm.
of her dress.
Mhm.
Like it was just so poorly done and it just didn't fit
Mm.
well that
Okay.
I was like, I'm being a total douchebag.
I didn't
But I
notice,
was
but
distracted by the pad sticking out. Like,
So
and I
you
just thought, like, you're on television. No one thought that, like, we should fix this pad? I don't
you're
know.
my best friend in the whole world.
Yeah.
You know that I don't notice anything anyone's wearing.
I know, and I did, so I
If
just
I
needed to
so it's
notice.
not I'm not saying you're not right, I just never notice
Oh,
clothing.
no, I
She
know
could
you
have shown
don't.
up in something like, you know.
No, and that's why I'm recognizing that I'm opening up the
Okay.
bitch corner for myself because I
Okay.
knew you didn't notice. That
Well, I
was my
think
whole
saying
point.
somebody's dress is weird is not a bitch corner, so I'm taking you out of
Well,
that
it
bitch
is
corner.
because it's a
Mm-mm.
little judgy on me.
No, it isn't.
Okay.
Okay, so, she says, "I've never had a serious boyfriend, like, I've fucked a bunch of people, but never seriously." And then, most of Brennan's relationships, his friends say, end with communication issues, like being a bad texter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this like when I text Timmy, "On my way now," and it accidentally autocorrected to "On my way, cow"? Like, if he had sent me that, I would be very upset. Or when you told me that you want the boys to take Buttafuoco
What a
lessons
fuck lessons.
instead
You
of what was
guys.
it? What was it? Piano
It
lessons or
was
something?
karate lessons or something
Yes,
like
yes,
that.
something like that. Mhm,
Okay, you
mhm,
guys, we can't just leave this one. Amy and I shared a text 15 years ago, or I don't even know, maybe
mhm.
not that long, where we were talking about my kids taking karate lessons, and my phone corrected it to Buttafuoco lessons. It was the greatest thing. Time Hop
Mhm,
reminded me of it. It
mhm,
comes up in my
mhm.
Facebook memories every year. It's
It's
one of my
amazing.
favorite things to share because it was so ridiculous.
It's
So now
amazing.
everybody
It's
knows.
amazing.
So
Mhm,
when it comes up, I'm going to share it
mhm.
in our backyard
So,
friends.
that must be what the bad texting looks like. I don't know.
I don't know either. Or is he one of those people that doesn't answer? Maybe he's one
Ooh.
of those people that reads your message and doesn't respond.
Like the kids say, leaving
Ooh,
unread.
on
Yeah.
red, which I'm
Yeah.
like,
Mhm.
on red, like
Makes no
unread. They
sense.
didn't read
Mhm.
it.
Makes no
I've
sense.
actually, like, I've
Mhm.
had this conversation with the boys and they get super annoyed with me. What does on red mean? And
Unread
I'm like,
means you see that they've read it.
right, but then that would just mean they left you red, not
Right.
on red.
Right.
I don't
It's a
like
whole
it. I
thing. I
hate it
know.
so much. Oh, I'm definitely showing my age right now.
So Emily's like, one of the friends says, now we have to have the obligatory "Do you want to have sex tonight" conversation.
Yeah.
And one of the friends is like, and I don't know if it's her or Becca, but somebody's friend says, "Are you high touch or low touch?" Or something like that. And I'm like, "What?"
That I think was
I
Becca.
think it was Becca. But
Yeah.
anyway, Emily is totally down to have sex tonight. She brought
Mhm.
the handcuffs. She didn't bring the keys, so that could be a
Yeah.
problem. She brought the whip, and his friends, his bros, immediately report back to him. They
Yes.
can't, they're running scoop speed across that reception hall.
Oh, they
And
are.
they're like, "Oh my God, dude. Oh my God, she's going to bang you tonight." And he's
Oh,
like, "Oh,
yeah.
should have you talk to her more often."
Mm,
So that's
I
where we
know.
leave them. I don't know. They seem
Oh,
well matched.
they do kind of.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They do.
Now
I
let's
don't
do a
know.
little scoot and skedaddle over to our favorite couple, Becca and Austin.
My favorite. I
Did
love
you
these
did
two
you
so
catch
much.
did you catch Austin say they're gonna go home and play N64?
Yes, I totally did.
God, I'm so jealous.
All right. So it's post ceremony and they're taking pictures. And the only thing that I could note in this whole session is that the mom is not giving a stink eye in the pictures. She actually looks
She's okay.
pleasant. She's
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
smiling and engaging. And I'm like, okay,
Cruella
did I?
DeVille is actually
Yeah.
somewhat happy.
Is she warming up to this idea? I can't tell.
Possibly.
But they're adorable. Their friends and family seem like they're getting along.
Mm-hmm.
Both sides seem like nice people. I
Mm-hmm.
don't have a bad feeling on either side here.
Same, same.
And I think it's kind of cute because she just says, should we make out again?" And then they like take pictures kissing. And I'm again, like, as they're doing, like, as soon as she said, "Can we make out again?" I'm like, oh my God, that I'm looking at his mom, like anxiously awaiting a side eye or like a death stare. But I don't find one.
Dad must have been in mom's ear like, you have your
You
bitch
need
face
to,
on. Can you
yeah.
take it off?
Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happened, but it's not the same mom we saw
Can
a
I
couple
can
hours
can I
ago.
just have a quick aside?
Sure.
They will need the what are they called? The defibrillator? the
Oh, right.
paddles,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
They
Mhm.
will need that at my children's wedding because I will be sobbing so hysterically.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
No one will be able to console me in
Oh,
any
yeah.
way.
And not only will you be sobbing, but I
Mhm,
will be sobbing
mhm.
because that's just what happens.
I cry even when they go to, like, homecoming. I'm, like,
Um,
sobbing looking at them.
dude, you post pictures of your girls at
Mhm,
homecoming and I'm crying. Like, "Oh
mhm.
my god." Like,
You know what? When one of my
anytime
girls
no. Anytime you guys, anytime Amy does anything, I'm crying.
when
Amy gets a new job, I'm crying.
wait a
We're in
minute,
a
wait, wait, wait,
wait, no,
wait.
no, no, no. We're in a bar and Amy's reading poetry, I'm crying.
So is everyone else.
No,
Wait a minute.
no.
So Stephanie, guys, for those of you who don't know us, Stephanie has twin sons that are 4 years
Mhm,
older than my twin daughters.
mhm.
Both weddings, okay? If your kids are getting married or if my kids are getting married, it has to be a deal that we get to sit at the head table with each other.
Yes,
So, like, at the head table will be my daughter and her husband, the
and
husband's parents or wife, whatever,
right,
the spouse's parents,
yes,
Timmy, me, and you.
and me. Yeah, dude, it would be the exact same for the boys' wedding.
Mhm, mhm.
100%, you will be sitting there.
Yep.
Even now, it's funny. So we've always joked around here that they have 2 moms, you know what I
Mhm,
mean? And, like,
mhm,
well, you do
mhm,
know. And it'll be funny. So we'll be having, like, a school conversation or, like, something about an assignment or relationship advice,
mhm.
and one of them will always say, "What does Amy think?" It just happened last night.
Mhm, mhm,
Mhm.
mhm. Yep,
Yep.
yep. They
Uh,
know, like, they don't even question that you've been brought
no.
in on this.
No, it's just, what is my other mom's opinion?
Yes,
Because
yes.
it's like a sister-wives
Yep.
situation
Mhm,
without the Cody Brown.
mhm,
Ooh,
mhm.
that might be, like, perfect
Yeah, we can't have
scenario.
Cody Brown around.
Ew, no.
No.
Alright, sorry.
Hey everyone, stay tuned. Little Miss Recap will be right back after these words.
Back to Becca.
Mhm, mhm.
So, okay, then she she gives us this little Fight Club marriage advice.
She
"I'm
does.
married for 5 minutes, I'm gonna give my best marriage advice. Number 1, make out often. Number 2, make out often.
She's so cute.
Number 3, think your husband is hot."
She's so cute. I love them.
She's
They need to be
so
protected. They need to be protected.
they need to be protected at
We need
all
we need
costs.
to take the Cameron and Lauren bubble that we had them in for Love is Blind
Mhm.
and plop it over top of these 2.
1,000,000,000%.
Mhm. Mhm.
I will stand over them like their fairy godmother. I will
Yes.
hover with the bubble wrap.
Yes. Yep. And I'll
You
be like
know?
a Macbeth witch out there with my
Yes.
cauldron. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't
And
know,
I
we'll
have 2
figure it
other
out.
witches
Yeah,
with me.
we've
Okay.
got it.
All right.
Amanda's showing up. We've
Yep.
got
Yep.
this.
We're there. Go ahead.
So, these 2 are super adorable. I fucking love them. They're hanging out, we see them chatting, and they ask each other, which I'm like, this is something that I would have asked. "What do you dress like in real life?" That's so something that I would need to know.
And the
And
answer is
he's
something that my husband would have said.
yes. He tells her he dresses like a professional skater who doesn't skate
Well, Timmy
professionally.
would have said he skated,
Skated,
but
yeah.
Timmy would be like, I don't know, casual, like skater casual.
Yeah, a
Which,
billion
okay,
yeah,
whatever.
totally. We
Mhm,
find out that they're both allergic to cats, and I'm like, "I would die. This is one of my
mhm,
biggest goddamn fears because I'm an animal lover."
mhm,
And
mhm.
I remember even when I was pregnant thinking like, if I have give birth and one of these kids is allergic to my cat, like, they
Mhm,
gotta
mhm.
go. Well, I'm not the cat's not going.
They gotta
Who's taking this baby?
go.
No, truly, I don't know that I could be with somebody that was allergic to any animal because
Okay,
that's just I couldn't live a life without animals, so I don't know how that would work for me.
okay.
So, we're scooting around, we see them talking to each other's friends about the first impressions,
Mhm.
and he tells her friends that he's astonished by how much they have in common. It's so adorable that you
It's
can
so
see
sweet.
that he's so into her and she's so into him, but her friends do tell her that this is where the touch thing comes in. They ask if he's high touch or low touch because she's constantly going to be like touching or scratching at him.
Scratchy. The way I interpreted that was like she's pawing at him all the time.
Yes, me too.
Okay,
That's
I'm
what
a
I thought.
pawer. I do it.
I I think I can be when I'm drinking.
Oh, I'm constantly touching Timmy.
No, I'm
constantly.
not, but I'm real touchy-feely if you give me a glass of wine with anyone.
Oh,
Doesn't matter
it
who.
goes beyond touchy-feely if
Yeah.
I have wine in me, but just
Yeah.
normally I am
Yeah.
touchy-feely. Yes.
So her friends go on to say that that she's super open and she's very sex positive and
Oh, wait,
unapologetic.
let's reenact that, shall we?
Okay.
Okay, so I wanna
You
be the
be
friend.
Oh,
Can I
okay.
be the friend and you could be
Yeah,
him?
okay. Okay.
Okay, alright.
Uh-huh.
So Austin, do you have any questions for me or?
Oh, no. I mean, I think everything's going really great. It's
Yeah,
super
yeah,
great.
Becca's, like, super awesome. She's super open, right? Like,
Yeah,
she's really
yeah.
open.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do you like
yeah.
sex? Because she likes sex.
Oh,
I mean,
oh, oh,
she
oh, oh,
she's
I wasn't thinking.
she is so
Oh,
into sex. I mean,
oh. I
we
mean, I'm
just
just thinking about my Nintendo.
no, we just installed a
As at
swing in
home.
her apartment, like, she
Oh
is
shit.
fucking
Oh
awesome,
shit.
man.
Oh
She
wow.
she will peg
Oh.
you, she will go down
Oh.
on you,
Oh my
she will
god. Oh
I
wow,
mean,
this is a
I
lot.
once saw
Oh my
that
god,
girl
I'm
take on
blushing.
an entire
Oh god.
basketball
Oh
team,
my god.
and
Oh
she
my god.
didn't even
Oh my
flinch.
god. I don't even know what to do right now. I'm like
That's
just
how
oh my
open
god.
she is, like, but yeah,
Wow.
yeah, you guys play N64, go ahead.
We're just gonna talk about N64 because this is a lot.
Insane.
Insane.
That's kinda what it was
That's
like.
exactly what
She
it was
just
like.
kept going on, and he
I
was
know.
so uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable. I know, but he didn't know what to do. I don't know. But
But I
also,
think friend was drunk, and Amy Archer tends to do
yeah,
this, I do all the time.
this was
This is an
totally
Amy Archer
you.
move. Like, I'll try to say something, and then I
Mhm.
just keep talking, and the words keep coming out, and
Mhm.
they don't help my case, and they
Mhm.
undermine my credibility, and then I
Yes.
look like an idiot. Yeah.
This was totally Amy. Yep.
Mhm,
Yep, yep,
mhm.
yep, yep, yep.
Yeah,
So anyway, I don't know. I just love them. I
I do
kind of
too.
like her friends and I love that like she's so fucking normal.
She's so normal.
She's so normal.
Now they did ask her friends were asking her like, "Are you up for the sex
Yeah.
positivity tonight?" And
Yeah,
she
and
was like,
she's
"I'm
like, "I'm
not feeling
not."
it." And I think he'll
But
be fine with that.
no, he totally is fine with it, but she says she's not feeling it because she's still like, she's medically not ready.
Oh, yeah,
Don't
that's what
forget
I
she
meant, I'm
just
sorry.
had
Yeah, yeah,
surgery.
yeah.
I
Yep,
don't
thank
think
you.
she, like, wasn't feeling, like, an
No.
attraction. I
Mm-mm.
mean, physically, I don't think
Mhm.
she can, and I get
Yeah.
that.
I mean, she's hot for him. They're gonna do all the over the clothes humping that you can do
I think
tonight.
so. There's gonna
Mhm.
be tons of making out. I don't
There's
think
gonna
much N64 is gonna be played at all, actually.
Oh, well, let me
I
think
really
about
don't.
this. What's the sexiest N64 game?
Oh god.
I don't know.
I don't know, Amy.
Guys, come at us if there's a
Guys,
sexy
yeah, if
N64
you
game.
can
I
come
need
up
to
with
know.
one, put it
Maybe
in
like a
Backdoor
Final
Friends.
Fantasy situation. I don't know. I mean, you could do all sorts of shit with The Sims. Maybe The
Oh my
Sims? I
god.
don't
Oh
know. I
my
don't know.
god.
Okay.
Oh my god. Oh dear lord. All right, so now she's talking to his friends who I really like. And she tells them that her first impression of him is that he's super authentic. And I'm like, yeah, we all get that. And they
Yeah.
have a nice conversation. I have a thing for the one friend. He's kind of hot. The one with like
Oh,
the hair and like the glasses. He was totally
I
my
think
type.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
You would
Mhm.
like him too. He looked
Mhm.
smart. And then,
Smart with a little bit of dirty.
yeah.
Okay.
But they're
Mhm.
not like his friends are just super cash. They're not
Yeah.
pushing for
Yeah, they're
anything.
fine.
They're very
Mhm.
respectful. Like,
They
but like
really are. Even the
nothing
way he
weird
phrased that
happens.
question, like, "Are you
I
high
know.
touch, low touch?"
Yeah,
Like, okay.
I know. I loved it. So then we see her talking to Kyla.
"Hello,
Kyla,
Kayla."
the roommate. And I'm just like, I don't know how I feel about her.
She was
She's
fine with her,
okay. She
though.
was
She was
fine.
like, "I have
Yes.
no problem
Right.
with you."
No. I just mean like there doesn't seem like there's a whole lot to her. She's
Oh,
kind
yeah,
of just like,
whatever.
whatever.
Maybe this will be
But
the last time we ever see her. We
I
don't
don't
know.
think it is though. Mm-mm. So Kyla dishes the shit on how he doesn't ever finish projects. The house is a mess, but he does take out the garbage and she'll never have to worry about garbage day. And now she's pissed that she has to figure out how to do it. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
that's the only thing she had to offer.
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
If you're the roommate, that's all you have. Ugh, I don't
Right,
know.
I'd be like, he had 16 sexual encounters from the years 2021 to
I know.
2022. I would be
Serious.
giving her all the scoop.
All the dirt.
Mhm,
Yes. And I'd be
mhm.
like, you call me. You have any questions? Here's my number. You text me. You slide into my DMs. I've got it all. But she doesn't. Whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Nothing really happens. We see the exit of their whole shebang is there's All their family members standing outside with those stupid
Color pops.
pop color things, and half the people can't figure out how to work them. And I'm like, this would have been my special family, like all standing
Yeah.
around. One of them goes
And
off,
Becca's,
somebody
like,
gets
ducking
shot in
like
the
it's a
face.
gunshot,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, and it's just happily ever after, and they're adorable, and I fucking love them.
I love them too.
I cannot wait to see next week with these guys.
Let's head on over to Lauren and Orion.
Orion. Let's head over to
Orion.
Lauren
Who
and Orion.
pronounces Orion Orion?
I don't know, especially when you've been at the wedding and he was introduced as Orion and you still attend the fucking reception and give a speech and call him the wrong name.
To this
No.
day, Orion is one of the only constellations I can point out to you. I could maybe do
Yes.
Big Dipper.
Yes.
100% can do Orion.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
The belt. It's all about the belt.
It's all about the belt. So they talk about first impressions, and he says he was floored by her. And they're called up to dance, and he is this is my type of guy. He is giving her a full out history lesson while they're dancing, and I'm like, I could listen to this all day long.
I know. And she was into it too.
She was into it.
Yeah.
She says she's familiar with some. One thing I liked is she goes, "I'm familiar with some indigenous customs, but you all are not a monolith." So she wants to hear all about it, and I thought that was a really respectful approach.
It really was. I loved it. There are things about her that
I love
too, that I find really endearing. Yeah.
She says she was at ease with him, and she's very happy that he's tall. And she said, this is interesting. She has never dated outside her race, and he said he has never dated within his race. Very interesting.
Very much so.
She tells the camera, I manifested this slow dance. I always wanted God to give me somebody to slow dance in my kitchen with. Yeah. And I could see this happening between us. Like, she's really into him.
Yeah, I think she is too.
They talk about Lauren's dad being super judgmental. I just realized how much I say super, and I'm really sorry.
I do it too. I say actually all the time. It's so like, why do I do that?
I say super all the time. Sorry, guys. We're working on it. She's like, I could say anything to my mom when she was alive, and she would understand. I could call my mom up and be like, I just did a pound of Coke with 17 hookers, and and mom would be like, okay, all right, how's that going?
I mean, Party Pam.
But she's like, Dad, we need X footage of Party Pam, like home videos from when Party Pam was around and partying.
We do.
And R.I.P. Party Pam. And she's like, Dad's just he's not gonna go for any of this bullshit. So Orion says he's finishing classes. He's like, I didn't want to tell anybody this. I'm kind of ashamed of it, but I'm gonna tell you because you're gonna find out in 5 minutes. I'm finishing classes to be a real estate broker, so I still live at home with my mom. She's fine with it. Now let me scroll up. I want to see his age. Oh, he's only 27.
Yeah.
That's fine. And he's like going to school and he already has a career. Yeah. It's fine. So he says, I'm saving money. And she says, I get it. I wish I could go back in time and live with my mom. Like, I would give anything for that. So do it. You get yours.
I love his mom.
Yes. So Lauren's friend Brian toasts them and he calls them Orion.
Orion.
Hashtag never forget. What? Brian, you are one of us. You are me. I am you. I 100% would have done this at a wedding because I was always the teacher who was so terrible at names. I would have to give my students nicknames because I can't pronounce anything that's remotely past like Bill, Todd, Pam. No, anything beyond that, I'm screwed.
So, but here's the thing with me is the opposite. I'm horrible with names. So if I know that I'm going to say your name in public, I will practice that shit because I will be embarrassed if I get it wrong. So I fuck it up on shows and rando people in real life. But if I'm giving a speech, I'm going to know how to say your fucking name.
Yeah.
That's not only it's just
Orion,
Orion, dude, you were at the wedding. You wouldn't have double checked.
Yeah.
Come on, do better.
So they do a drum circle. They do a drum circle, and it's really cool.
It is super cool. I loved it.
And Lauren tells Orion's friends that she needs, one of her faults that she has identified is that she does need a lot of external validation. It's not good. Then she says, "I'm not a yeller and I'm not combative," but then she's like, "I'm at a loss for my red flags." I don't know. I mean, who asks what your red flags are? Like, just get to know me and you tell me.
Ugh.
She does say that she's in a great place in her life and she has the space for a partner and she's super excited.
Yep.
Now, Lauren's dad is not here to play.
No, I'm
He is
scared of him.
not here to play.
I
He
immediately
is
have cramps.
he is so serious.
He's terrifying. I do not like this. I
No.
felt so bad for Orion in this
I,
scene.
I did
Dude,
too.
imagine sitting at the across the table from this guy who's just like ready to bite your head off no matter what you say.
I
You
know, put
can't win.
Austin's mom next to him and
You
you're screwed.
can't win.
So he says he's happy that Orion has a toolbox to fix shit. And
Mhm.
Orion says he has a real estate and electrical license in New York and in Colorado. And he wants to split his time. I think Lauren would be totally down for this, Dad.
So
Don't
do
shit all over
I.
his bi-coastal dream.
That was really fucked up that he did that.
Yeah,
Like,
because
how about
Dad's
you
like, oh,
ask
Lauren's
him?
not going to like that. What?
No, how about you ask, like, let the guy speak before you just make that judgment. Who would ever have thought that Orion was going to be like, ooh, that Orion, don't even ask what just happened. That I'm flailing my hands and shit's flying all over the place. I can't help it. Why would you ever look at that guy and think, oh, you're going to spend half the year away from my daughter? Like, fuck off.
Yeah, it's weird.
Fuck off, Lauren's dad.
So Dad says, what I didn't hear you say is you'll be including Lauren. Duh. Of
Fuck
course he's
you. Of
including her.
course. It didn't need
He's
to be
You're
implied,
going to
dick.
look at Orion raised in a matriarchy and think he doesn't know about consent
But
and
that's
respect?
my point. That's exactly my
Yeah.
point.
Then, like a huge dummy, Orion says, I grew up in a matriarch and I never liked dating in my culture because I don't like being bossed around. What are you doing, dude? What are you doing? Stop
Read the
talking.
room.
Stop
Read the
talking.
room.
Stop talking.
Orion, read the room. Read the room.
Then he says, we're really connected. And so then they're in, like, they split up and they're in these friend groups and they're looking for one another. She's like,
Which
he's
is,
my comfort already. Where is he? That kind of thing.
I know.
We have the, are you going to be intimate bullshit? Whatever.
Yeah,
Now they're
stupid.
getting ready to leave. And Lauren tells the camera, I feel like the universe sent him to me. Like we are supposed to be in one another's lives.
How adorable.
Okay.
I know.
Now we need to move into the season trailer.
I have goosebumps. I'm not even kidding. I have them. If you could see them, I would show them to you, but you
The
can't.
way that the season trailers always work, this season on Married at First Sight, you see everybody falling in love, and then you see what I call the turning point. Okay, so they always show the turning point, which is the couple's falling apart.
Yep. And it happens to everyone. There has never been a couple that it hasn't happened to in some way.
Correct.
So we expect it.
So we get Orion and Lauren, okay?
I'm scared.
He says, I don't feel comfortable with the fact that, you did sleep with someone else. And she says, I did.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
are they talking about in another time? Or are they talking, did she cheat on him?
Let me just get through this, then we'll speculate what things mean.
Okay.
Claire and Cam are matching sweaters, and he's like, do you see a future with me? Do you see a future with me? And he's yelling over her, and she's like, you're cutting me off.
Mm-hmm.
Emily tells Brennan, when you act like that, it makes me feel really shitty, and you could suck it up. Michael gets a new bride. Fine, whatever. Nobody cares.
Yeah,
Austin says he needs time to work through certain things, but he's like rubbing her and comforting her, and they're in a group setting, so he does not look angry.
Mm-mm.
Emily storms out of a dinner and cries. Everyone cries. And then we see Emily flip her quad. Oh.
And all I could think of was this was a drinking and driving accident.
Well, and there's blood and there's like a lot of it.
A lot of it. Yeah. Yikes. I'm here. I love blood and guts. I'm sorry that she got hurt.
No,
I can't wait to see it.
This is one of my worst fears. No. Mm-mm.
I just love any blood and guts.
Okay, so let's start with Orion and Lauren. One thing I noticed I asked you to look for specifically, there is no sign of them on decision day. No sign.
None.
I don't think they make it.
I don't either. Sorry, so I'm going to tell you my theory.
Okay, go ahead.
I think she goes out with her weirdo friend that I don't like, the one that called him Orion. She clearly has sex with someone else, and she's honest with him about it because I think she would be. And I think he can't accept it, and I
Mhm.
think they don't make it, and I
Sorry,
think
I'm
they leave.
distracted by our show mascot over your shoulder there, Miss Shirley MacLaine.
Oh, do you see her?
She's so
Oh,
cute. She's
there
leaning in the
she
window.
is.
She's so
Yeah,
cute. Okay,
that's what I
so
think. I think they call it quits because she cheats, and that pisses me off.
do you think that maybe she slept with somebody at the bachelor party? The bachelorette party?
Oh, shit, I didn't even think of that. Could be.
I don't know. If she cheats, I'll be really surprised. Like, what are you doing?
Maybe she slept with Michael's bride,
Oh,
and that's why
Jesus.
she
Or
left.
Michael. I don't know. I don't know. This is so weird to
So
me.
weird. Because we do know that his bride was at the bachelorette. I
Yes,
saw
but
some buzz that,
there is no sign of these two though on decision
mm-mm.
day. No
No, there's
sign.
none. They don't
Mm-mm.
make it. I know,
So
I have a
your theory
feeling.
was you think that's when they bring in Michael.
Yeah,
Like they do that on 90 Day a lot. One couple will fall
yeah.
apart, they bring in a new couple. Okay.
That's what I think happens. That's why I think they bring Michael another bride, because I think Orion and Lauren don't make it too far. So that at least I think they don't make it far enough so that like when they bring another couple in, it's not like they're just there for a week.
Yeah.
There's still some time to see how that plays out. I don't think they make it.
I
And I'm
think
sad about that.
Cameron and Claire don't have a lot of drama.
Mhm.
And that's why him just talking over her was all that we really saw.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Emily and Brennan are gonna be the shit show this season.
They are, and I'm
We
here
see
for
them
it.
doing shot, shot, shot,
I
shot, shot.
know. And
I
he's like, "I'm gonna throw up."
yeah.
Because he can't even keep up with
This would
her.
be me trying to keep up with somebody right now. Like,
Yeah,
forget
me
it. If I have
too.
to have more than 2 drinks, I can't do it.
I mean, I can, but it
Um,
won't be pretty.
no, I couldn't do it every weekend. I'll tell you
So
that.
what do you think Austin was consoling her on, that he needs
The
to like
medical
what?
stuff.
I think so too.
Because he said there's a lot of stuff that we have to work through.
I'm wondering if it's because she can't have kids. Do you think that's like a topic? She
I
didn't
don't
say
know.
that. I'm speculating.
Yeah, we don't know if she can have kids.
I don't, but I'm speculating because of her. She's already said she has an endometriosis diagnosis. That this is
I think
clearly
she
my
would have I
speculation.
think she's going to struggle.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I think
So
she
I'm
probably
just
can have children, but it'll be a struggle.
That's what I
Mhm.
mean, and I'm wondering if what he's
Um,
getting at is maybe he just needs to process, giving that maybe he wanted kids and now he's
I'm
gotta
of 2
let that
minds of
go.
this
I don't
because
know.
on one hand, we expect him to absolutely support her in her illness, right?
Right. Of
On the
course.
other hand, he wasn't in love with her before that.
I
Like, you know
know.
what I mean?
Right, so it's
He
not
didn't
like
fall in love with her with that information.
that's right. That's
And
right.
I'm not saying I'm not saying her illness makes her any less lovable.
Of course
I'm
not.
just saying that is an added layer
It's
when
a
you
hurdle. Yeah.
are in a relationship with
It's a
somebody.
wrench for sure. I mean,
Absolutely.
it just
And
is.
I think he's gonna get through it with her. I think he seems great.
Me too.
I
I
I
know.
don't know. I think
I'm
she is worth getting through it for. She is worth it.
I agree, and I think
And I
he
think he'll
sees
see that.
that. Yeah,
Mhm.
I think they're gonna make it.
I think
I
they're gonna make it.
still think they're
We're
gonna make it.
gonna make it after
After
all.
all. I also
Um,
okay, so we have to do it. Do you think Cameron and Claire make it
well,
based
wait, we
on
didn't
what
hold
we
on.
know
We
now?
didn't talk about Emily in the trailer yet.
Oh,
We
shit.
did a little bit, but what do you think is the fight? Because, like, at one point he's like, "Did I
Mm,
make a mistake?" And she gets up and she's crying. She storms out. Like, do you think it's just this drunken back and forth and
yeah,
they just fight all the time and
I
it's just
do.
petty shit?
I
Okay.
I do. I think it's petty, immature bullshit. I
Okay.
really do.
Do we
She's
think
way
it's
too immature to be getting married, dude.
a Virginia and Eric situation where Virginia was out partying all the
Yes.
time
Yes.
and
That's
Eric was like,
exactly what I
"Mm."
think it is,
Okay.
at
All right.
least right
Remember
now.
that?
Yeah, I
Mhm.
do, and I felt really bad for him.
Okay. So we let's do who's gonna make it, who's not. We've already done this, but let's do it again.
Yeah,
Claire
we
and
have to do
Cameron.
it every time.
Claire and
I
Cameron.
think I'm hopeful.
I'm very hopeful.
Me too. Yeah.
Very hopeful. Her being a therapist doesn't hurt because we
Mhm.
all know the fucking experts peace out here.
Yep.
So the fact that
Yeah.
she could be her own therapist will be
Yes.
helpful. You know
E
what? She should be
even
going around to the others.
yeah. Maybe we just got her, like, locked in for every other season. We just got her hired.
Maybe like when Emily and Brennan are having trouble, they can just call her down.
Nicole.
Oh,
Remember that?
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one who was, like, constantly, like,
Yes.
giving advice that wasn't
Yes.
asked for and, like,
Yes.
butting into
Yes.
everyone's
Are they
business. She
still
was annoying.
together?
I think they are.
Hmm.
I think they are, dude.
Okay. There's 12 couples that
Here,
are
let
still
me see.
together, right? Does that sound right?
Yeah, they are still together.
Okay. Site, which couples are still together? Okay, I'm gonna read this to our audience because
Ooh, okay.
they need to know.
Well, they probably know more than we do.
Jamie Otis and Doug.
Ugh. Can I just say, I know I'm not in the minority here.
She's terrible.
Her Instagram is the biggest train wreck. I follow and
Mhm.
unfollow her more than
Mhm.
anyone else because sometimes I just can't look away, but then it gets to be too much and I have to unfollow again,
Yeah.
and then I get curious. I
Mhm.
can't stomach her.
She's terrible.
She's terrible. Why?
Now, Ashley and Anthony are two of my favorites
Oh,
from
yeah.
Chicago.
They're
Love
great.
them. They're still
Yeah.
together. Shawnice and Jephte, we know that
Love
they had
them.
some issues, but I
Mhm.
love them to death, and I love
Love
their little
them.
baby girl. What's her
I
name?
do love them. I forget.
Laura Denise Pierre. Very cute. Okay, Danielle and Bobby. They were cute. They
Ugh.
were cute.
Danielle and Bobby?
I mean,
Danielle with
dude, they
those
were milk toast. They were so fucking boring, but like they
ugh,
fit perfectly.
I hated her.
Mm-hmm.
She was awful, and he was super weird. I know, they're like one of my least favorites, truly.
AJ and Steph from DC, I think, right?
Yeah.
They were
No,
pretty good.
Philly?
Philly. Sorry. Yeah, Philly.
Mhm, mhm.
They were pretty good. Christine and Keith. I like
Yes.
them. I
Yeah,
like them. Mm-hmm.
they're kinda
Deanna
boring.
and Greg.
Love them. They're cute. Boring, but cute. They're totally normal, I think, and still
Yep, totally
together. Yep.
normal. Jessica and Austin. I loved
I
Austin.
loved Austin too.
Yes. And
But
I
I
liked her a lot. She had
me
the twin,
too.
remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Mm-hmm.
did. She was, like, kinda dorky, and all she wanted was for him to say that he loved her, remember? And then he
I
did,
know.
and it was so cute.
And then Married at First Sight royalty, Amani and Woody.
Oof.
Phew. He
They're
is
like the
smoking hot.
so
So
is
is
she,
she.
though. They're like the hottest 2 people on the
Yep.
planet.
Not to be outdone by Miles and Karen, also great.
Oh, they're still together?
They're still
No,
together.
they're not.
I think they are. I
I
mean,
don't think
this.
they
Oh,
are.
did they recently break up?
I think so.
Maybe they recently broke up. I don't know how old this article is. Let me see. Oh, you're right. I think they were going through something.
Yeah, they're not I don't think they're no, they confirmed their split in August, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's brand new. Okay.
They
Um,
made it some,
Vincent and
couple
Brianna,
years.
who I really liked.
Vincent and Brianna.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember them.
And is that it? And Nicole and Christopher from season 16.
Mhm. That's the one that
Um,
we were just talking about.
yeah, and I think that's it.
Why can I
So
not remember Brianna and Vincent? I gotta look at pictures. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I did like
yeah,
them.
they're cute. They're
Yeah,
very
they're
cute.
cute. Oh, he's
Hmm.
adorable. Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I mean, I think we need to add to this list Becca and
And
Austin.
Austin. Yes.
Yes.
And
Okay.
I really hope it's Cameron and Claire too,
And I really hope it's Lauren and Orion.
just because I also really want to it's not. I also really wanna go to their New Zealand wedding. I hope they invite us.
Me too. Do you think they'll invite
Listen,
us?
Cameron and Claire, if you're listening, will totally come, and I will cover that shit for free.
Okay. All right. All right, girl. Anything else? I
Um,
think we've said it all.
I think we've said it all. I think we've
Hmm.
said enough, actually.
I think we've said
There,
enough,
see, I said it again, actually, literally.
actually. Guys, if you haven't
Stop.
already, follow the show, subscribe to our paid feed where we're doing Sister Wives, and we have something new coming. We're not
We
revealing yet, but something new's
do.
coming.
It's gonna be so great.
So that's happening. And, just if you can't do that, we understand. You could support the show by leaving us a 5-star review.
Please.
And like I said on our previous show
Compliments.
with Amanda, if you have some criticism, just send a raven right to me and I'll get it.
Yes, please.
Mhm.
We like ravens.
Yep. All right,
Ravens are
guys.
good.
Thank you very much, Steph. Thank you very much. And we'll see you next week.
Love your bones. Bye.